Hey everybody, it's Kelly Anderson, your Feeling Good Mama. So I wanted to come on and mostly just send out my prayers and my heartfelt thoughts to all of the people affected by Hurricane Helene. I know that the Southeast has been just completely riddled and destroyed by this storm. We felt it where we are. We were a Cat 1 hurricane, and I thought it was bad, but after we finally got power back after 3 days and I saw what things looked like in the Gulf Coast and in North Carolina, I just realized, wow, we had it so good actually. And so I'm just sending so many prayers out to all those affected. I just hope that things are able to be resolved as quickly as possible and life can get back to normal, because I saw in those 4 days that things were chaos for us. I saw just how uncomfortable it is when life is turned upside down, and I know this is just so difficult and so trying for you guys who have possibly weeks and months ahead of you to get things rectified, some form of normalcy. It will come. It may not ever be like it was, but some form of normalcy will come back, I promise you. And sometimes we just have to be patient in those situations. So just sending you lots of love. One thing that I wanted to talk about these past few days where we lost power, you can see that's a huge limb back here that fell off of a tree. We had lots of trees down all around us, and that was probably the biggest scary issue, is lots of trees down, lots of debris everywhere. But one thing that I noticed in those days is how quickly I became like almost like a zombie. I just like normal life was not in the it wasn't in the cards for us on those days, and it was almost like I completely forgot what normal life was even like. Any of my normal habits just went out the window. I didn't want to think about any of that stuff, and I was totally like in survival mode. You almost get like this crazy adrenaline rush where it's hard to focus, and you're just kind of like jumping around sporadically. I think that I still have a little bit of residual of that going on, but I want you guys to realize, even in normal life, when we don't have a hurricane, we can so easily kind of experience the same things and get pulled away from what we really need to be working on so easily. It can be something as simple as a text message from someone that kind of like throws you off. It's information that you weren't planning on, and then all of a sudden your mind is like ruminating over whatever situation is going on or how should you respond, and you totally get pulled away from what you were working on and what you need to be working on. So I want to give you guys a little task, a little exercise to try, and you can let me know how this works for you. But the night before every day, sit down and write down the top 3 to 5 things that you want to accomplish the next day, and put them down on an index card. The top 3 to 5 things you want to accomplish the next day, and make sure these things are working toward your big goal. You have to have a big goal to start. But these 3 to 5 things are going to be helping you work toward that goal. And I want you to keep that card with you all day long and keep looking at it regularly. Keep looking at it maybe set a timer for every 3 hours. And when that timer goes off, take the time to read your 3 to 5 goals and check in and make sure you're on task and you're working. Now, there are always going to be times and situations where you do get pulled away, and there's nothing you can do about that. But you'll start to notice, is this happening a lot? Is this a regular thing for me? It certainly has been for me in the past. I could get pulled away like that, and all of a sudden whatever's happened, it just seems like this huge thing, when actually it's just an excuse to not be doing what I'm supposed to be doing over here. So always during your day, if something comes up to pull you away from those 3 to 5 goals, look at your goals and say, which is more important here, my goals or this, putting out this little fire over here. Sometimes this is absolute, it has to be done, but sometimes maybe not. Sometimes it could be put off a little while, or maybe not even dealt with at all. And start to really prioritize these 3 to 5 big things that you want to accomplish. And sometimes they're not things that we actually want to do, but we know they're going to move us forward in the right direction. So still having that card with you and looking at that card regularly, paying attention, that's going to help you kind of say, even though I don't want to do this, I did kind of make this a priority. I did say to myself that I wanted this to be what I worked on today. So that's just a little hack, a little trick to try. Keep your 3 to 5 goals with you every day. Write them down. Also, the writing down part in the morning is going to help you kind of be more like solid on, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm working on, and I'm not going to do anything else unless it's just, like the sky is falling or a hurricane comes. If a hurricane comes, okay, you definitely get a pass. So give that some thought before you go to bed tonight. Make sure to write down your 3 to 5 goals. And then after you've done that for a few days, I want you to check in with me, and you can put in the comments here, or you can private message me and let me know how that works. I'm very curious to know if this helps you. And then when you're like 2 to 3 months down the road and you've made this a habit, I want you to really let me know what you think about this. I will see you guys on the flip side. Have a great day.